Realty Insight, brought to you by North Bay Property Shop, a member of Century 21 Blue Sky Region Realty Team.
It is Tuesday following the Labor Day long weekend. Summer is still here, but we're very much in the fall mindset. Leeann Noel, Century 21, thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure to be here. And yes, fall mindset, back to school for all the parents out there.
Busy times.
I love it.
Today, we're talking about top real estate terms you need to know, and there's lots of them.
There is definitely plenty of them, and like in any industry, the real estate business revolves around a slew of terms that can often be misunderstood. So I just really wanted to bring to our viewers, and all those out there, to just give you some definitions on some of the common terms, but yes, like you said, there are plenty of them.
We start with addendum and amendment.
Yes.
A bit of a mouthful there.
There it is, I know. So your addendum, this refers to a document that's added to a real estate contract or a purchase agreement. So for example, that could be a Schedule B, a Schedule C. If there's any other attachments, power of attorney, that would be added after the fact. The amendment, that's a minor change to the document that's already in place. So let's just say we agree to a certain closing date, all of a sudden something changes, we need to amend that closing date now, and all parties have to agree.
When it comes down to a seller or a buyer that wants to leave this to the professionals, how much do they need to know these terms? Is it in their best interest to know what this is?
It's always in their best interest to know, and it's never too late to ask the question. Of course, when you're sitting down with your realtor going over specific documents, please ask the question. If you do not understand what a particular word means, please ask.
Escape clause.
The escape clause.
What comes to mind with that?
So again, this can be applied for the buyer or the seller. So essentially, and stick with me, once we have an agreement of purchase and sale, and let's just say there's a typically long condition. If I'm representing the seller, we could put what's an escape clause, meaning that the seller can still entertain other offers. In the event they accept another offer, they have to give that first offer chance to remove their condition. That's the escape clause. Same would go for the buyer. If the buyer has a contract in place, but the seller has a condition in that agreement, the buyer still may the right to look at other properties. In the event they find another property to their satisfaction, have an accepted offer, they now have to notify the seller.
Amortization and appreciation.
Yeah, so your amortization means you're repaying a debt over a set period of time. Again, this is important to discuss with your mortgage broker or banker. And your appreciation is the increase in a property's value over time.
A lien, not that lien, but in real estate terms, what are we thinking?
Yes. So a lien, this definitely comes down to when the legal process starts. So this could be a mortgage lender, a government body, particularly the CRA, a contractor or suppliers. They can place a lien on a home when those payments aren't up to date or for unpaid work. And when you're trying to sell that home, it's important that no lien is on title.
We continue the topic of top real estate item terms people need to know with a title.
Title. So again, this is your legal document that states who has owned the property in the past. And again, we want to be sure that that title is free and clear of all liens, encumbrances, and charges.
Deposit and down payment.
This can be confusing for our buyers. So the deposit is the amount that's given, that's held in trust with the listing brokerage. Then essentially once everything is about to close, that money that you've given as the deposit in the agreement of purchase and sale now goes to those closing adjustments. Your down payment is the amount of money that a buyer is saved in order to purchase a property. And this can typically range anywhere from 5 to 20% of the home cost.
Last but certainly not least, pre-approval.
Your pre-approval. So this is definitely a key step when you're searching for a property, and that process involves a potential lender, a banker, broker reviewing your individual finances, including your income, assets, your credit history, and this determines how much money that you're likely allowed to borrow.